We are surrounded by so much negativity in this world. It's crazy. It's crazy how much it has seeped into mainstream.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar.
The positivity is very much fueled by the love of Christ. That there is something better than what this world can offer. World can only satisfy just a little bit, but God is the fulfillment of all of that. Hey, what's up? My name is Daniel Chakramakil, aka Prodigal. I am a Christian and Catholic hip-hop artist straight from Houston, Texas.
Let's go! Yeah, full foot to the middle, I ain't never gonna back down. Yeah, young man got a chase, I ain't never gonna back out.
I can share that joy, that peace, the true joy that can come from God. And I think if I can share Jesus through my lyrics, I think I've honestly done my job.
Yeah! All glory to the Most High, the singing. And we give all praise to the King of Kings, singing. Even in the dark, I'm led by the light. Walking in the fire, never scared of the fight. And I got a God who breathes new life. I'm singing.
I stand before you as a humble servant of the Lord, and I got one mission: to spread the good news of the gospel to all nations. Amen. Y'all ready to rock me today?
I've gone into like the standard genres of rap, of trap music, of what's popping right now, going the more autotune side, going the more Travis Scott side, more ambient, ethereal kind of stuff that I try to do, the more fast rapping, hard hitting lyrics I could do, boom bap. Like I've done all, or I've tried with all different kinds of subgenres in hip hop. I derive all these different genres, try to be different than what is out there. Some worked, some didn't work.
Yeshu, Christu, Ende, Jeevan. Can we say it faster? Yeshu, Christu, Ende, Jeevan.
Out of pocket, live like this. Moving loco with the gang, I cannot quit. Yeah. Kingdom moves in the system, we ain't finished.
Y'all ready?
Yeshu Christu and the Jeevan, we stay winning.
Hip-hop music is a gift. This is a very popular form of music. It's very much in mainstream culture. I think hip-hop at its core is philosophical. I think it's inspirational. And we can definitely have those elements in Christian hip-hop as well. And Christian hip-hop, in a way, is kind of a way for us to reclaim this genre for Christ. I feel like people need to hear the truth of Christ.
Wanted to be, you can get in my mentions. That's the way you can get my attention, cause I'm just busy defending the truth, never changing directions. I'm straight to heaven, no protocol, I just keep living reckless. I got the spirit, I'll never be reckless. When oceans arise, I'll be leaning up on you. Lord, re-enthrone you, doing this for you. For real, yeah. Out of pocket, live like this. Moving loco with the gang, I cannot quit. Yeah. Kingdom moves in the system, we ain't finished. Yeshu Christu and the Jeevan, we stay.
Let's try that one more time.
Out of pocket, live like this. Yeah. Moving loco with the gang, I cannot quit. Kingdom moves in the system, we ain't finished.
Y'all ready?
Yeshu Christu and the Jeevan, we stay winning.
Hey, y'all make some noise. Y'all make some noise for Prodigal, y'all. Hey.
I was raised in the Middle East. I was born and raised in the Middle East, and my parents had migrated from Kerala, India. That was where they were born. As an Indian Catholic, faith is something that is very focused on and prioritized. That would require us to go to Mass, be involved in church, be involved in family prayer. I started becoming more involved in the faith community, more on the charismatic side of things. That was where I got introduced to praise and worship, to healing masses, to healing adorations, people praising in tongues, worshiping in the Spirit. I also was part of the choir. I started singing. I started altar serving for those Latin masses, really leaning into the beauty of the Mass, where I didn't realize that this was a part of my identity. It's been quite a journey just going through the Catholic faith and exploring different parts of it. I'm no longer a slave to fear, and I am a child of God. My family and I came to America. I got enrolled in an elementary school, obviously, and I had the option to pick up an instrument. So I picked up the violin and I started playing it. And that has been an instrument that I've played throughout the years after high school as well. That basically began my musical journey, just learning more about music, just kind of diving into how to read and write music, how to focus on passages and how instruments blend together, all that stuff. But guitar was something I naturally gravitated more towards, and I started playing electric guitar. Guitar has never left my side. I think it's an instrument that I can always pick up. Around high school time, it was when I just started to really kind of question my existence, kind of question, what is my purpose here? Why do I live according to these set of rules? Who says that they're right? Who says that Jesus is God? And so I started to really question my purpose of serving or worshiping the so-called God. I was losing touch with my faith, and that caused serious just divisions within myself. And I started writing songs. I started writing how I was feeling, the anger, the frustration, the sadness, the loneliness. I needed a way to express my thoughts. I needed a way to express my feelings. I wasn't putting melody to it necessarily. I was just writing what I was feeling. I was trying to make it rhyme, but it was just cathartic for me to express myself through pen and paper. I discovered hip hop around 10th grade. I used to write off hip hop as talentless. They talk about only like the basic things of this world. Like there's nothing really alluring about it. There's nothing really that I can really relate to. But then one of my friends introduced me to Eminem, and that was game over. I was like, wow, this dude is, you know, he takes the anger that I'm feeling from metal and rock and he translates it into hip hop and makes it funny, but also very violent, and I'm able to relate to that.
Yeah, full foot to the metal, I ain't never gonna back down. Yeah, young man got a chase, I ain't never gonna back.
Around that time was also when I had my reversion experience of the faith. You know, after that encounter, I started directing my talent towards God and really just surrendering myself to the church and to the faith. I felt like I had a message to say. I felt like I needed to get this experience that I had with Christ out to the world, because I want other people to feel and I want other people to know Christ the way I felt him, the way I know him. That was when I found out about Christian hip hop, that there was a Christian subgenre in hip hop. And so I found guys like Lecrae, Andy Mineo, Tadashi, Triple, like all the 116 Reach Records guys I found. And I was able to relate to them. It took a while for me to even get to that point of, I want to do this.
Say hi to my IG Live, everybody. Yeah, y'all look beautiful today. Y'all look beautiful tonight. Yeah, man. So let's run it at. Let's see what you got, man. Let's go. I gotta go. See me on the road. I'm ready to show.
It took about 2 more years to kind of woodshed things, to kind of work through some things about how I sound, what kind of music I'm going to be putting out, what my lyrics are going to be looking like, what my artist name is. All of that stuff kind of happened over the next 2 years, and eventually I came to the point where I dropped my first single in 2019.
Let me talk about the one that saved me. Let me sing about the one that made me. And these demons that be fighting on the daily. Kickbox every sin, they're trying to change me.
What is my life story? What's the story that I can relate to in the Bible? And the story of the prodigal son really spoke to me, and I think a lot of us have that experience. That story, and I was like, okay, so well, what does prodigal mean? Like, what does that word mean? And it means like it's to be lost, to be wasteful.
1, 2, 3, go! I gotta.
We're not perfect people. We're always gonna fall, but the mercy of God always brings us back. The grace that God gives us, and that's my story.
Arim kalho ushambah kole amma lalaha.
singing. Even in the dark, I'm led by the light. Walking in the fire, never scared of the fight. And I got a God who breathed new life. I'm singing. Yeah. Hey, listen. Holy, holy, holy. He should be writing my story. He should be lighting the way. Blessings on me, it's pouring. He got the angels surrounding to kill all the evil around me. He ain't gonna fumble and won't let me stumble. A son of the king, so he crowned me. I'm walking in faith, I'm walking through fire. I'm burning my wishes and sinful desires. I'm leaving my past behind, the old is gone, my future look brighter. I say goodbye to my sins, revel the dust in the rear view. Step on the gas and never look back, I'm driving through life with a clear view. I serve a holy God, holy mighty one, holy mortal one. I dare y'all to step up to me when I'm armed with a sword and you wanna go one-on-one. I'm a one-on-one, made in the image and likeness of love. I'm not of this world, I come from above, and I'm thankful I'm living and not in the mud. Yeah.
I think the transition from Daniel to Prodigal has not been the smoothest. A lot of my personality and the rapper Prodigal, it's like very intermingled. I mean, it's like you're not getting a different persona per se. It's just an extension of myself. You know, what you see in Prodigal might be some of the darker stuff. He talks about the things that maybe Daniel is not comfortable talking about. But as time goes on, I think I'm more comfortable with blurring the lines and making it more as one person. But that transition, especially coming from a ministry background, it's very different than the guy you see on stage jumping around and, you know, and screaming into the mic, because it's a very different energy.
Fall flat, got my eyes on the prize, cause I know that my God is holy, holy. I'm glad we're hearing the story. I'm glad I can tell it all, how he came back for me. I serve a God who saves, the king who holds the globe. Behold the land that's slain, sit back and watch the throne. All glory to the Most High, we're singing. And we give all praise to the King of Kings, singing. Even in the dark, I'm led by the light. Walking in the fire, never scared of the fight. And I got a God who breathed new life. I'm singing. Y'all ready to go to war for the Lord? Y'all ready to battle? Y'all ready to battle sin? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
There have been many instances where people have come up to me and told me that a certain line hit them in a certain way, made them think a little deeper. There's a song called Incognito Mode that I released on my first project, Identity, in 2019. The song was really talking about my struggles with porn, my struggles with addiction to that, and just the darkness that we feel when we are so engrossed in it, and the after effect. You know, there was one person who reached out to me and said that you captured my feelings, or whatever I feel when I consume that stuff, you captured it perfectly, because it's the dirt that you feel, it's the shame that you feel. I've been able to capture those emotions in songs before, and I think people have, you know, come out and told me like, hey, like this song really hit me. Viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey, viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey.
Let's go!
Viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey, viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey. Él todo nuevo puede hacer. Viva Cristo Rey, nada se compara a su poder. Viva Cristo Rey, viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey, viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey.
And the day I'm living
Viva Cristo Rey,
the Spirit breathes life in me and you.
viva Cristo Rey.
This is just giving praise to the King of Kings, you know, Viva Cristo Rey, long live Christ the King. And, you know, and people have really just gotten behind that song. But for people who just enjoy the music and just want to vibe out and or just get hype or get lit or whatever, but I think that just captures just the glory that we and the praise that we are to give our God.
I'm feeling the Spirit, he said I'm the dearest. He said to look up at the glory, don't fear it. I'm hearing the trumpets, the angels be nearing. Got angels and saints, our destiny clear. Got a mission to go on, I better just get up. I'm locked in and loaded, the Lord made me better. He found in my life when he told me go get up. He changed my ways when I let him. It's
Viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey, viva Cristo Rey, viva, viva Cristo Rey.
and the day I'm living in the
Viva Cristo Rey,
the Spirit breathes life in
I love performing. I think that's my favorite part about all of this. I love creating, I love being in the studio, but I just love connecting with people. I like seeing how people react to the songs in real time. I feed off their energy and I hope they can feed off mine. I don't take these moments for granted, especially when I'm performing. Like, I take these moments, I look at how much I've come from, you know, what I've gone through to get here.
This is Prodigal. I was once lost in the ways of the world, but now I'm a new creation in Christ Jesus. Now I have a new mission, and that is to spread the good news of the gospel to all nations. So, rock with me.
Lights, camera, action, make a movie. Yeah, it's a hot party, see the tube. Yeah, we gon' run it up until they move me. Yeah, God in the front with the groovy. Yeah.
I don't need the riches, I don't need the money. I can take off, run and sprint into the one who love me. Look around me, see the squad that be running by me. Ain't no devil that can shoot us down, they can get behind me. Light speed, got me flying by me. I've been ducking stormtroopers, I ain't going quietly. Darth Vader want my soul, I'm dying in anxiety. But God on my side, he ain't even gonna try me.
For me, the most important part of a song is a hook, is a chorus. If the chorus isn't catchy, if the hook isn't catchy, I'll keep rewriting lines. I'll try to come up with the most concise way of saying something to make sure that it is catchy, that it'll stay in people's heads, and that it'll capture the emotion and the topic or the theme that I'm going for. It's only when I come up with that chorus is when I move on to the verses, and the verses kind of fall in a bit more easier because the chorus is already there. I know what I'm trying to communicate. This is my process right now, but what used to happen was I would write lyrics and then I would try to find beats to fit the words, which is a bit harder. The connection with the music and the lyrics was not necessarily always there. And so that's why I had to switch it up to where, you know, I could have the music first, I could have the lyrics complement the music, and then it could all be very, very cohesive from the get-go.
You have done well, took care of your brothers through their own hell. I wanna stay in your heart forever, and this love you will treasure, says the Lord God. Yahweh lights me, no pressure.
Light speed, my team gon' equal. I need my green light beam. Lights, camera, action, make a movie. Yeah, it's a hot party, see the tubie. Yeah, we gon' run it up until they move me. Yeah, God in the front with the groovy.
Yeah. For me, writer's block has been kind of an on and off thing in my music career. I've experienced it in short bursts of maybe weeks of not writing. I've prayed about it enough. I've had confirmation that you need to keep doing this. So I had to literally just sit down, listen to a beat, and think about what I'm gonna write about. And I think it unlocked something in me, and the ideas started to come in and started to flow. Main obstacle, it wasn't anything physical or it wasn't anything financial or anything like that. I think it just came down to acceptance of what I do. I think that was the biggest detractor for me. I think people didn't understand it. I think that there was an Indian guy trying to do Christian rap. And so that was the hardest part for me mentally, was just finding that strength to continue, to keep doing what I'm doing, to come up with content, to come up with lyrics to really speak. Because I'm saying that I want to speak truth, I want to speak life into people, but I can't do that when I am listening to death. I had a chance to perform in Rome, and in that performance, in the audience were the bishops from the different eparchies from outside of India. And after the performance, Cardinal Alenseri comes up, shakes, and with his hand outstretched, and he gave me a hug. And he told all the other bishops, the Syro-Malabar bishops, to come up. And so when the cardinal and all these bishops came in and accepted me right there on the spot of like, we recognize what you're doing, For me, that was like the biggest sign I could get. Finding that time with God, I think is very important. The main way that I receive my power or the grace or the strength is through the Eucharist. Praying and keeping up that conversation with the Lord, even outside of the chapel and outside of the monstrance, I think it's very important. But my main focus is Holy Hour and adoration. I've always felt it in my soul that I have a mission to serve. Serving in what capacity has been a journey. But I know that I've been called to serve the church. Whatever success I have in this, or I could fail horribly, right? I could rise high, I could break out into the other secular genres, or I could fail horribly tomorrow. But I will know that I have impacted someone out there with my music that I put out, and that I've also fulfilled my purpose of serving the church and the community. I want people who are not Christian, not Catholic, to be impacted in some way, shape, or form by my music, by my lyrics, and that is to bring the joy of the gospel to everyone. And if that's through my music, then so be it. And I surrender it all to God every time.
I need